Do you look at him and feel like, okay, he's someone I would probably get on with?
Weird question to ask me when I'm fighting.
I know,
Saturday, whatever style I have to be, to beat him, that's the one that I'm going to show.
You're undefeated. You've done everything that's been asked of you. Do you pray for a win?
I pray to be victorious.
So welcome everybody to the Ring Fight Week podcast. I'm Andy Clarke and I'm joined by Joshua Buatsi.
Into trouble. He's grimacing in pain. Buatsi downstairs and Hutchinson down again. It's Hutchinson.
Right hand from Buatsi. The second of feet strike feed just slips the camera.
Josh, always good to see you. Thanks for coming in because the fight is, it's not far away now at all.
No,
you look,
2 days.
Yeah, you look nice and relaxed.
Yeah, there's not much to do on the fight week. Just go through routines, manage the weight, stay as relaxed as you can. You guys have kept us busy, but it's something we signed up for. So, but other than that, it's okay. Just quite chill.
Do you have a set routine that you'd really like to follow? I guess maybe is it slightly dangerous to have too many things that you kind of need to do, superstitions almost, because circumstances can change.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say I have any. It's just mainly just reading the Bible and just cementing what I'm reading and believing what I'm reading. That's all I just meditate on. Other than that, you're right, you can't have too many routines because especially out here, if it catches you off guard, then you've put yourself in a bit of a weird situation. So that's the only thing for me.
Yeah, I was talking to Jai Opataya about this a few weeks ago before Christmas, and I said to him, he's quite intense during fight week, so you're quite different like that. But he said, well, the reason for that is I feel like during fight week I need to be ready to go at the drop of a hat. I know when the fight is, he said, but that's how I like to be.
Yeah, and it's good that he's identified what works for him. So I think it's important that each fighter knows what works for them, and every fight is different. And every camp's different. Every fight week's different as well. But you're right. Generally, I'm a bit more relaxed during fight week. The work's been done now. It's just about waiting till Saturday.
You and Callum Smith, your opponent, you're quite similar like that. He's also like that. He doesn't seem to invest too much in the build up. Just the right amount. He does what, like you. You're very accommodating, but you can tell that you're not a trash talker, nor is he. You don't really feel the need to invest that type of energy in the week. So do you look at him and feel like, okay, he's someone I would probably get on with?
Weird question to ask me when I'm fighting.
I know it
Saturday. But no, I think, man to man, he is how he is, I'm how I am. I don't find him disrespectful, so that's a good thing, and I think that's most of the fights on the card are like that. And that's just how I am. It's not rehearsed or thought about. I'm like this normally because I always say after boxing, you gotta go back to your loved ones and your people. And if they see you acting up all the time, they're like, that's not you. So I just try to remain how I am in boxing and out of boxing, So, but yeah, he seems cool. Yeah.
In terms of the fight, it's one that we've been looking forward to in the UK ever since it was made, because for some reason it wasn't one that it occurred to me would necessarily happen, but it's such a good match. You told me earlier in the week that although you've been on the professional circuit on big cards, the pair of you, for a long time, you've never really encountered each other, no sparring, nothing. You've got nothing, there's nothing about each other for either of you that you can get a handle on.
No, the only thing I could say is he was on an Olympic team and so was I. And that's literally it. I've never sparred him or been in the same gym or anything. He was off the team before I got on. So yeah, there's been no encounter or anything.
And you must be expecting nothing other than a hard fight.
Yeah, I prepared for one. Yeah, I've been prepared for a walk in the park. But we've worked hard, as we do for every fight. So we've prepared.
How much do you look at opponents' previous performances? Do you leave that to other people to do it, and just prefer to think that the best version of them is going to turn up, because that's what you have to assume, I suppose?
Yeah, I think I watch them, but I expect the best version of them to show up. You look at where they did well, where they didn't do well, and you expect, like I said, the elite version of them to show up. So I'm expecting a very, very good Callum Smith to show up. Nothing less. I've prepared for a very, very good Callum Smith, and whichever one shows up in the ring, that's the one I have to face, and that's the one I'm gonna have to beat.
Do you feel like stylistically the pair of you match up well?
Yeah, Andy, but I say, Andy, like, I've shown different styles. I think there's a lot of fights where I'll go forward, but there's also a few that I've gone back. I'll fight inside, I'll stay long. So I think whatever style I have to be, to beat him, that's the one that I'm going to show. But stylistically, it should be a style that will gel together.
I'm not going to ask you for a prediction, because it's traditional to ask for predictions, but really, what do we expect you to say?
Yeah.
What do you think might happen in the early stages when that first bell goes?
Whoever is just trying to dominate and stamp your authority and make sure you're the boss, to win that round as well. Yeah, as every fight is, to make sure you win that round.
You're touching distance away now, really.
Yeah.
It's you're undefeated. You've done everything that's been asked of you. You've never really had to, in the ring anyway, stare defeat in the face. You've won all your fights, and you've won them by quite a clear margin. And if you can get past Callum Smith, then you're on the brink, aren't you?
Yeah. I feel like I have been for a while, Andy. So, I'm hoping that this will give me the green light to say, all right, cool, let him get a shot. But yeah, it's been a long way, a long time as well. But I'm on the brink.
Oh, actually, just one last one. It's kind of a personal question, I guess. So you feel free to bat it away. Your faith is important to you, as it is to lots of fighters. Do you pray for a win?
I pray to be victorious. I pray during camp to have the strength to do the workload, because you can't pray to win and you're not pushing yourself. I pray to thug it out in training camp, to just go insane and do what I can do. And on fight night, I pray for favor from God. And I spoke about this in a video the other day. I asked for favor that, God will shine his face upon me and be gracious to me and will be with me. And there's so many stories and so much things I read in the Bible that I stand on. And in my prayers, I pray for that. I pray for the safety of myself, my opponent. We want to win in the best fashion, okay? But we want to make sure that both of us, myself and my opponent, can leave that ring and go back to our loved ones. Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Josh, thanks very much.
No worries, thank you.